Oh, I won't. Test 1, test 2. I'd like to welcome everyone back in for our second period of action between the Quesnel Kangaroos and the Powell River Regals. Roos currently lead the Regals 1-0 after the first period of play. Brett Miro with the goal for the Roos. Had a number of posts as well. I counted 3, but talking to a couple fans sitting on the other side, well, underneath us here where you guys can't see, they said there's 4 that period for the Roos on top of the goal that they scored. McIntosh and Peters, the goalies for the Powell River Regals. Wow, I'm stumbling over everything, but Peters has been the starter for all these games. Got to thank his lucky stars and his post for that first period, just down 1. Regals did have some opportunities, just a little snake bitten with some puck luck and stick luck in the slots. Say Roos definitely carried the play of that first period, but both teams did have their chances. That's one thing we've been pretty blessed with so far in this tournament, is all the games have been pretty competitive for the most part. That one turned over in the slot, kicked out by Peters, able to get that with the right pad. Regals will try and clear it. Behan able to get that past Jarvis. Tomasetti will help it along. Break up the icing. Peters out of his net. He'll play it up for Porchetta. Tried to play that back. That was intercepted. Now pinching in from the point off the bench is Cochran. And he's stopped there by Peters, trying a sharp angle shot, short side. Face off one to the boards. Regals will play that around. Crow gets it up the ice for Schmunk. Schmunk will skate this into the Roos zone himself and play it into the corner. Gets around Albie. Pomeroy got to it first in that far corner. Tried to chip it up ahead for his teammate Dale. Dale trying to fall on that puck. It's underneath his skates. Puck is still loose in the feet there. Someone trying to get it out of the pile. Finally, the Regals will get it back to the point. Pouliot over for Crow. Winds and fires. That one just misses on the glove side. Then the Roos couldn't get out of the zone. Second opportunity will get out. The Duke will fire it right back in. Burnett able to slow that one down and send it behind the net again. Cochran trying to get that past Crow. Puck still loose. No one knew where it was except for Pomeroy. He's able to find it and played over for Albie. He'll get a return feed and now played up the ice. Cochran, he'll bounce that one in front of the net. He'll go off for a change. Macer giving chase. He's able to turn that puck over as a man open in front. Couldn't get that to him though. Now he does. Shoots. That's a beautiful save by Peters. Sent back out front. That was through the crease. Had a wide open net on the right side. Just put that through to the left side. Good first save, though, by Peters. Second one, maybe a little bit lucky. But got to be good to be lucky, lucky to be good. Miro trying to drop it there for Thon, and stick is slashed out of his hand. And that'll be a power play coming up for the Regals. Or sorry, for the Roos. Penalty against the Regals. Face off to the left of Peters. Just a little bit of a delay as we wait for the penalty to get back up on the board. Now she's up and we're ready to go. Williams versus Dale here for this face-off. Dale will play it to the boards. Loosen the skates. Roke couldn't keep that one in. Albie will start things out behind his net. Pass over to the left side for Roke. Roke will bring it up the left wing into the Regal zone. Played behind the net. Peters will help that one out himself and send that all the way down the ice, as known as covering that far side for the Roos. Albie leaves it there. Porchetta watching Dale. And they're forced back once again. 40 seconds gone in this power play already. Roos don't have much to show for it. Most of the time spent in their own end trying to break out. Albie, he'll drop that one off. Dale will make a move around Porchetta, and now they enter the zone. Dale tried to center that one. Macer poking at it. Roos not able to keep it in the zone as that one just slid over the line. Roke. He'll bring it in, chipped into the corner. He'll give chase and get to it himself. Played back to the point now. Albie over to the right side. Macer. Lex not to shoot. Now back to the point. Albie. That one gloved down. Rebound. That's another save. That one blocked. What a block there by Jack Long, the Regals captain. Saving a goal for sure. Now Regals able to clear the zone. Roos will get it right back in. A little bit of a collision. Roos wanted a penalty. Tried to center it. That's going to bounce out to center ice. Macer. He'll skate this one in for the Roos. That shot fired wide on the glove side. Pomeroy. He'll keep it alive. Behan trying to fire it around and out of the zone, and he does. Regal player out of the box, back over to the bench to get a quick change, and we're back to even strength. Jarvis tried to leave it there for Tomasetti. Cochran, and that's a big collision. Puck bounces out of the zone. That should have been offside, but now the Regals will bring it back the other way. Could be 2-on-1. Glove saved by Wright. Able to shut down Master Donato on that wrister. Pinpointed for the top of the net. Devin Leduc versus Brody Dick for this face-off inside the Roos zone, just to the left of Alex Wright. Face-off one. Pouliot fires that over the net and bounces into the far corner. Schmunk gets to it first, tried to play that for Burnett. Bounced off his stick, and now we got another battle for the puck. Roos going to be able to get it out. Dick will play it over for Thon. Colton Thon will chip that around the Regals defender and try and give chase. Body check behind the net. That knocked the puck free. Roos will get control of it. Nordic played that down low. Miro tried to get that back to the point. A little weak on that pass. And the Regals will be able to skate it out. Schmunk, 1-on-3, has some help. Master Donato couldn't get it on. That one fired over the net by Burnett. Not too happy with himself. I made quite a comment there on the other side. Clear as day up here. He wanted that one back, and he's got another opportunity. Burnett, that one's saved by Wright, and he's got it underneath the pad as he looked behind him. But Alex Wright did have that, able to shut down Burnett after the turnover in the Roos zone. Kinley versus Dale for this face-off. Still in the Roos zone. Dale able to win that back to the corner. Pomeroy played up for Macer. That's slapped out the rest of the way by Albie. Regals will start out from their own end. Their captain, Jack Long, tried to pass that up for Grambois. Not enough for icing, they say. Albie Watched there by a couple of Regals, able to get it up for Cochran though. Cochran has Dale with him, tried to get that puck to him, and that's sent just wide as he was able to get a shot off, and now a long shot gloved down by Peters. He'll hold that for a whistle. 13:55 remaining here in this second period of action. Rouge still with the only goal of the game. Almost halfway through this one. And our late game will be the hometown Dawson Creek Canucks against the Rosslyn Warriors. That one will start at 7:30 p.m. Win by the Rouge, and a long shot from the point. That one had some mustard on it. Albie just couldn't find the target. Rouge able to get it back. That one sent on net. Took a deflection. Macer going to be able to get it back himself. Macer trying to deke through the Regals players, and they're able to get that out of their zone. Icing coming up against the Regals as they chip that off the boards from the wrong side of center. Saccone not able to catch up to it. We'll have a face-off coming back down to the Powell River zone. Tomasetti wins that one back. Just kept in by Pomeroy. That shot blocked by Porchetta. That one stung him a little bit, but Saccone going to be able to get it out of the zone. Saccone tried to play that over for Williams. That one's intercepted. Puck battle. Williams tried to play that down low, but Rouge end up with it, and Albie will skate it in. Over to the right side. That shot saved by Peters. Rebound bounces into the corner. Rouge able to collect that first. Jarvis into the slot. Couldn't connect on that pass, so Albie will just poke at that and try and slide it down low. Bounces out to Porchetta. Porchetta. He'll try and get going forward over for Saccone. Saccone tried to go back the other way, but that one took a deflection off a stick. Burnett will keep it in at the point. Behan couldn't get that through as that's blocked by Roque. And they battle for the puck in the corner. Roque able to poke it over for Tomasetti. Now Albie in the corner. He's pressured by Saccone. Tomasetti there to help out. He'll flip that out of the zone. That's played with a hand pass, so the face-off will come outside the Regals' blue line. Face-off won by Brody Dale. Macer will backhand that into the Regal zone. Peters out to slow it down. Played it up for Schmunk. He can't clear the zone. That one kept in by Roque. Back down low. Cochran trying to play that out front. Now he's able to steal it back. Centered that for Macer, but that was broken up by the Regals. Regals still trying to clear the zone. Kept in by Roque again. Oh, bobbling puck. Leduc will be able to force it out, and Burnett will have it on the left wing. Burnett over for Schmunk. Schmunk has a man out front. Tried to get it there now, but a little too late as the Rouge were already back defensively. And the Rouge couldn't connect on a pass there. Cochran just a step behind, or else he would have had a man all alone out in front. Instead, Jack Long will skate it up the ice for the Regals. Their captain, sharp angle shot. That one kicked out with the top of the pad. Crow in his zone up for Grambois. He's able to take that off the boards, stops up and trying to get around Dale, leaves it there for Pouliot. Pouliot trying to get around Mitchell. Mitchell Brown. Kept in by the Regals. Crow couldn't get that shot through. That was a good block by Cochran. But the Regals will keep it alive and send that down low for Billy. Billy behind the net, tried to center it. Had Kinley out there. Just couldn't connect on that pass, and big collision in the corner. Billy goes down, puck goes loose. Brown able to play it over to the other side, and the Rouge will flip it out now. Right on to Cron's stick. Regals, they'll get it out now. Kinley. Tried a shot, looking high glove, a little off target there. Another shot from the point goes wide to the corner. Durant tried to send one out front, but that was blocked and bounces back to the neutral zone. Brandsma. He'll turn things around and play it over for Durant. Puck slides off his stick. Now he'll get it up for Grambois. Grambois able to get it in. Tried a shot, that one blocked by Nordic. Loose puck. Jarvis going to find it first in the corner. He'll pass that up the middle. Ruse, just one man in on this forecheck. They're able to intercept that puck, though. Tomasetti tried to play that down low. Shot on, blockered away by Peters. That's played into the corner. Ruse will control behind the net again. Centering pass, that one broken up by Leduc. Jarvis stops up. That puck slid off his stick as he made a move, but back to the point. Saved by Peters, and that's slapped all the way down the ice. Would be on goal, though, so Wright will come out. Play that up for Nordic. There wasn't going to be an icing anyways. Acer dumped that one in. Puck's loose. Porchetta tried to go up the ice for Williams. That one's intercepted. Cochran will just dump that one in. Macer will give chase. Cleared back off the glass, back into the Ruse zone. Just over 9 minutes remaining here in this second period of play. Still just the one goal back in the first period by Tanner Miro. Sorry, Brett Miro. Jack Long. Up the ice for Porchetta. Porchetta trying to get around Albie. Hauled down a little bit there. No penalty coming up. And Dale ends up with the puck. Brody Dale. Up for Macer. Macer tried that shot. Now one right off the post again. Bounces out of play. That one off the side of the post, though. Colton Thon in for this face-off. Kimmy had a play on it. That was stolen away from him. Now Thon finds Kimmy out in the slot. Back to the point. Now over the left side. Albie gets that one through. Saved by Peters. And he holds that one. Able to get that with the glove. We've got another face-off coming up inside the Regal zone. Donato out here for this face-off. Able to win that back, and Pouliot fanned on the pass. Second opportunity, he'll just play that off the glass. Puck bounces out into the slot. Regal's first one to it. Batting at that puck. Burnett up for Schmunk. Wall of Regals or Ruse in front of him, so you could just play that forward, but the Ruse able to dump it right back in after. Schmunk took a hit, but made the play to get it out of the zone. Now Burnett trying to win that puck back. He does. Play that back for Crow. Now over for Pouliot. Pouliot tried to flip that up for Leduc up the middle. That was knocked down by Thon and sent in. Eli Jarvis will flush the Regal out. He'll go right back there. Tomasetti. Faked going behind the net. Now he eases off. That one tipped in by Windsor, but not nearly as far as he wanted. Mitchell Brown ended up with the puck. Couldn't connect on that long pass. And that ends up being icing against the Regals. Close play there. Tomasetti had the puck at the end. And the linesman will drop the puck at center ice. As Tomasetti should have beat that out. A little bit of a mistake, but able to amend it right away. Face-off won by Tomasetti, but splits the defense and all the way back to right. He slows things down there for Brown. Jarvis rips one cross ice on the spinning pass, but no one there. Jarvis ends up with the puck again. He'll play that over to the middle, but that's intercepted by Billy. Billy trying to catch up to that. Rope with it. He'll play that up the boards. Rope able to pick up that loose puck and get it out the rest of the way. Billy has that underneath him in front of the bench. And Kinley able to scoop that out of the skates. Peacock Couldn't handle that pass, and Macer will end up with it now. Blues will play that up to center ice for Tomasetti. Tomasetti over for Cochran. Has a man out front. Bobbled that puck a little bit. Now he might have a play, and Peter's able to fall on that. As he came off his post for a second, there was an opportunity at that. Josh Macer not able to win that draw over Williams. And the Eagles will look to break out. Behan takes that pass, and he'll skate it through neutral ice into the Ruse zone. Behan still with it, kicked out by Wright. Rebound pops out to Brody Dale. Turnover there. Eagles couldn't take advantage, but they'll keep it in the zone. Williams still with it. Tried to play that down low for Porchetta. He eats a hit there in the corner. Dale came in and stole the puck away after that hit. Dale, he'll bring that in. Waiting for some help. Nice little backhand pass. Macer has it. Tried to go high glove on the backhand, but that just missed its mark a little bit. Scott tried to play that to the front of the net. Regals intercept that, and Porchetta looking to get sprung on a breakaway. Couldn't connect on that pass as the Ruse got a stick on it. Burnett takes a hit. Ciccone there. Centers it. That's saved by Wright. Every time one of those pucks go in, he's still in that stand-up. Just terrifies me. But it works out for him, and Dick intercepts that puck. He'll come back the other way. Kicked out there by Peters, able to get that. A little bit of a combination between the pad and the blocker. And Schmunk will skate it the other way and dump it in deep. Albie gets to it in the corner first. He's able to play that away from Leduc. Over for Pomeroy. Nice cross-ice pass, and the Ruse are out of their zone. Thon slowed up a little bit there by Crow. Pouliot ends up with the puck. Porchetta up for Leduc. Return feed. Actually, that's Kinley. Kinley trying to get around Albie. Backhander out front. That's saved by Wright. Don't think that one's going to count, as Wright had that on the goal line and the pad was pushed over the goal line. Waved off, no goal right away. Grandbois getting a little bit of an explanation from referee Derek Nurnberg. I think that was the right call. Even if the puck was loose, you still can't push the pad over the line. Billy got a shot off quickly, but that one was broken up by a stick by the Ruse player. Grandbois had it, and that was stolen away instantly by Albie. He'll skate it up for the Ruse. Albie has Thon with him. That sharp angle shot popped right out with the rebound. Dick able to keep it in at the blue line. Spinning away from a check, still spinning, and he's got the puck. Centers it. That one's saved by Peters. Miro didn't get everything he wanted on that shot, looking for his second of the game. Bouncing out to the slot again. Billy can't get it out of the zone. Dick able to keep it in. Brody Dick has that behind the net. Has Thon out front. Played back to the point. That one blocked in front. Doesn't get to the net. And it's loose. Kinley plays it there for Billy, and he's going to spring Grandbois. Grandbois the other way with the breakaway. Saved by Wright and trying to force that in. But the puck right on the goal line again. Stayed out of the net. Regals that close to finding their first of the game. Long shot from the point by Long. That almost deflected in, just wide of the net. Williams able to find it first. He'll spin away from Tomasetti. Play it down low. Ciccone trying to hold off a check there. Ciccone ends up with it again. Tried to backhand that over for Porchetta. Porchetta Pinned to the boards. Regals will play that down low. Saccone was loose going towards the front of the net, but the Regals couldn't connect on that pass. Now Roque will get to it in the corner. He'll beat out the icing. Centering pass, that goes past everyone, and that's going to go all the way back to Tomasetti, covering for defense. Able to make that pass over, but Saccone did get a stick on it. Now Porchetta had that puck and took a hit from Jarvis, but able to stay with it. Tried to send that up for Saccone. It's broken up by the Roos. Long will end up with it now. Short little pass, Williams. Pressured there by Roque, and Tomasetti able to find that loose puck. Jarvis fanned on that clearing attempt, but made up for it on the second opportunity. Now he's got the puck. Jarvis shoots, and that one just over the net. Peters must have got a piece of that with the glove because it took a little bit of a deflection after. Leduc with a 3-on-2. Peacock has Burnett, shoots. That one's saved by Wright, and that rebound, that's a goal! Sounded like the whistle had been blown, but the puck was still loose and signaled a goal on the ice. Peacock, that's going to be a goal for the Regals, and we're all tied up. 2:10 remaining here in the second period. Tynan Peacock with the tying goal. And I can understand if the Roos kind of got an issue with that. Whistle was blown. A little bit of a conversation there between Tomasetti and the referee as to why that whistle didn't, make play dead. But the puck was loose, but he did whistle it, so I can understand from both sides. Dale wires one over the net. That's wide. Albie sends that back on. Roos trying to get right back into the lead. Albie has it at the left point. Back over to the right side. Pomeroy gets it on, scores! Tipped in front, and the Roos are back in front. Josh Macer with the tip in front, and the Roos just like that, right back. That one a little bit of a deflating goal for the Regals. Fight the majority of the game, well, over half the game, trying to get things back even. You finally do. On the next shift, the Roos come down and score right away. Roos, they'll look to get it out of the zone. Rope. Played that down the ice, but that'll be an icing. This pass was a little off its mark. .136 remaining here. Face off back in the Roos zone, just to the right, Alex Wright. Kinley tried to play that forward off the face off. Roos end up winning that back, and Kinley will flush the defenseman out. Brown tried to go cross ice. That was a little behind Rope. Puck's going to slide back to the Roos zone. Brown back to collect it. Cochran able to help it out the rest of the way. Regals will send it right back in, but they're offside, so they had to wait to enter the zone. Let the Roos get that out. Cochran delays. Tip pass there. Didn't find its intended target, and Williams will bring it in for Pouliot. Pouliot just played that to the boards as Macer was right in front of him. Macer up the ice for Cochran. He's able to deflect that in, and he'll give chase. Crow able to fend off a check from him. Played up the ice. Williams will skate onto this. Williams. That one floated on, easily patted away there by Wright. Would you count that one as a save? I don't think so. Sometime keepers would, though. Thon able to get that puck past the defenseman, and Dick, big hit, blown up, and that stick breaks in half. Dick able to pop right back up. That was a tough check to take. That one gloved down by Peters, and he'll hold that for a whistle. Pretty sure that was the hit of the tournament so far. And now we got some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Shot each way between Miro and Corey Burnett. Brody Dick, after taking that big hit, he's still back on the ice. Got a new stick because that broke in half his old one. After taking that hard collision, he's able to... Well, he can't intercept that puck. Burnett will bring it back the other way. Misses on that long shot, and that's the end of the second period of play. A little bit of pushing and shoving here. Even a hug there. There we go. So the Roos will take a 1-goal lead to the intermission like they did after the first one. Regals were able to answer and tie that game up really shortly, though, only for about 20-25 seconds in the second period. Roos answer right back with a quick tip-in goal, and that's how we got to 2-1. We'll take about a 15-minute break. I want to thank everyone for joining us so far. Hope to see you for the third period. Keep an eye on our Facebook page for when that pops up. Thanks, everyone.